After 50, many people chalk up discomfort to just getting old. A little stiffness here, a crack there, it seems harmless. But what if those subtle signs are actually warnings from your body? You see, joint problems don't usually start with a big injury or sudden pain. They creep in slowly, quietly, and if you ignore them, they can get worse over time. That's why recognizing the early signs of joint trouble is one of the smartest things you can do for your long-term mobility and independence. In this video, we'll uncover 8 hidden signs your joints may be in trouble, especially after 50. And don't worry, this isn't just about pain. Some of these signs might surprise you. We'll also share what you can do to stop or even reverse the damage before it becomes permanent. So, if you're over 50 and want to keep moving pain-free, stay with us. You'll want to hear what's coming, especially, which most people ignore until it's too late. Let's get started. Sign: morning stiffness that lasts more than 30 minutes. Waking up a little stiff is common. But if you find that your joints feel stiff or achy for more than 30 minutes in the morning, it's not just a part of normal aging, it could be a red flag. This type of prolonged stiffness often points to inflammation in your joints, something that can happen with early arthritis or other joint conditions. Healthy joints should loosen up quickly once you start moving. If they don't, your cartilage, the cushion between your bones, might already be wearing thin. People often ignore this symptom or take pain relievers to mask it. But that only delays the solution. If you're experiencing this kind of morning stiffness regularly, your body is telling you to take action. What to do? Start with gentle morning stretches, add more anti-inflammatory foods like berries, turmeric, and omega-3s to your diet, and move frequently during the day. Small changes now can prevent bigger problems later. Sign: popping or grinding sounds in joints. Do your knees make a crackling, popping, or grinding sound when you get up, walk, or climb stairs? This sound is known as crepitus, and while occasional noise isn't always serious, frequent or loud grinding can signal damaged cartilage or the early stages of osteoarthritis. Healthy joints are lined with smooth cartilage and lubricated with fluid. But when the cartilage wears down, bones start to rub against each other, and that creates noise and friction. Many people ignore this sign because it doesn't always hurt at first. But over time, that grinding can lead to pain, swelling, and reduced mobility. If your joints are consistently noisy, it's time to take action. Strengthening the muscles around your joints with low-impact exercises, like swimming, walking, or Tai Chi, can help stabilize and protect them. Also, maintaining a healthy weight reduces pressure on the joints, especially your knees and hips. Don't wait for pain to tell you something's wrong, your body is already speaking. Listen early. Sign: frequent joint fatigue or weakness. Do you often feel like your joints tire out quickly, even after simple tasks like walking, lifting groceries, or climbing stairs? This isn't just normal aging, it could be a hidden warning that your joints are struggling. When joints are inflamed, damaged, or under constant stress, the surrounding muscles have to work harder to support them. Over time, this can cause early fatigue, weakness, or even slight trembling in your knees, shoulders, or hands. Many people over 50 think this is just getting older, but in reality, healthy joints shouldn't feel this drain from light activity. One of the key culprits: low-grade chronic inflammation. This often comes from poor diet, lack of movement, or underlying conditions like arthritis. To fight joint fatigue, focus on anti-inflammatory foods like berries, leafy greens, turmeric, and omega-3 rich fish like salmon. Add in gentle stretching and daily motion to keep blood flow strong and reduce stiffness. If your joints feel tired before your body does, don't brush it off. It's time to take control before the fatigue becomes pain. Sign: reduced range of motion. Have you noticed it's harder to bend, stretch, or twist like you used to? Maybe reaching behind your back feels stiff, or turning your neck while driving takes more effort. These are signs of a reduced range of motion, and they're not just about aging. They could mean your joints are stiffening or breaking down silently. Healthy joints are like well-oiled hinges. When inflammation or cartilage damage sets in, that smooth motion turns into grinding, tightness, or restriction. The most common areas affected: the shoulders, knees, hips, and lower back. If you feel like your body is slowly locking up, it's a clear red flag. Stretching helps, but consistency is key. Try gentle yoga, Tai Chi, or resistance band exercises focused on joint flexibility. Also, stay hydrated. joints are made of cartilage, which needs water to stay smooth and cushiony. And don't forget, stiffness in the morning that lasts more than 30 minutes could mean early arthritis. Ignoring limited movement now can lead to long-term immobility later. Act early, move often, and keep your joints flowing freely. Sign: cracking, popping, or grinding sounds. Do your knees crack every time you squat? Or maybe your shoulders pop when you lift your arms. Occasional joint sounds are normal, but frequent, loud, or painful popping can signal joint trouble. These sounds, known as crepitus, often occur when cartilage wears down, leaving bones to rub or snap over each other. Think of it like a rusty door hinge, noisy and not working smoothly. And if that grinding comes with swelling, pain, or stiffness, it's likely more than just air bubbles in your joints. Here's what's important: joint sounds alone aren't always dangerous. But when they become regular, uncomfortable, or affect your mobility, it's time to take notice. You can protect your joints with collagen-rich foods, proper warm-ups before exercise, and avoiding repetitive stress, like squatting too deep or carrying heavy loads without support. Also, try joint-friendly supplements like glucosamine, chondroitin, or turmeric, which may help rebuild cartilage and reduce friction. Remember, joints are supposed to move quietly. If yours are making noise, your body is asking for help. Sign: weak grip strength. Have you recently noticed that opening jars, turning keys, or even holding onto your coffee mug feels harder than it used to? This subtle loss of strength in your hands might seem small, but it's a serious red flag for your joints. Your grip strength is closely tied to the health of the small joints in your fingers, wrists, and even your elbows. When inflammation, stiffness, or early arthritis sets in, the tiny joints in your hands can quietly begin to weaken, long before you feel real pain. In fact, medical research has found that weakened grip strength after 50 is one of the earliest signs of rheumatoid arthritis or osteoarthritis. And here's the kicker: poor grip doesn't just affect your hands. It can signal that your entire upper body, including shoulders and elbows, is losing joint function. So, what can you do? Start with gentle hand exercises like squeezing a stress ball or stretching your fingers with a rubber band. Add foods rich in omega-3s and vitamin E to reduce inflammation. And don't ignore it, because when your hands weaken, it's a sign your body is trying to tell you something important. Sign: trouble standing up from a chair. Have you ever noticed that getting up from a low chair, couch, or even the toilet takes more effort than it used to? This might seem like a natural part of aging, but in many cases, it's a key warning sign of joint deterioration. Why? Because standing up smoothly requires coordination between your knees, hips, ankles, and core. If any of these joints are inflamed, stiff, or losing strength, you'll struggle more with this simple movement. And it's not just about the muscles. When your joints become less stable, your brain starts compensating. You might push off the armrest or lean forward too much. This creates poor posture habits and puts more stress on your lower back. Over time, this can spiral into even worse joint damage and a loss of independence. If you're noticing this sign, start with chair exercises, like seated leg raises, and slowly build up the strength in your hips and thighs. Stay consistent, and don't forget to add anti-inflammatory foods to your diet, such as berries, turmeric, and leafy greens. Even just 10 minutes a day can make a difference. Sign: swelling that comes and goes. Have you ever noticed that your knees, fingers, or ankles feel puffy or swollen, especially after sitting too long or being active? This kind of intermittent swelling is often dismissed. People think it'll go away, and it usually does, for a while. But that's the problem. Swelling that comes and goes is a silent red flag. It's your body's way of saying, hey, something's not right with these joints. It can mean that the joint is accumulating fluid due to inflammation or damage. And even if the swelling disappears, the problem often continues beneath the surface, silently wearing down your cartilage. If left unchecked, this pattern leads to stiffness, pain, and eventually limited range of motion. So what can you do? First, don't ignore it. Keep a journal, write down when the swelling happens and what activity caused it. Then talk to a healthcare provider. They might recommend joint-friendly supplements, like glucosamine, omega-3, or turmeric. And of course, stay hydrated, move often, and avoid highly processed salty foods, which make swelling worse. Final words: if you noticed even one of these 8 hidden signs, don't panic, but don't ignore them either. Your joints are the foundation of your movement. And after 50, they need extra care, attention, and smart choices. Start with small steps. Stretch daily, eat anti-inflammatory foods, and most importantly, listen to your body. Because the earlier you act, the better your chances of staying mobile, strong, and independent for years to come. Subscribe my channel.